Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, what you see here is my new daily use computer. Fortunately, the one that I am recording on, unfortunately, is too old. It's been a good run. I have that computer since '09. And I've done multiple fixes over the years to keep it running and going and all that. I have other videos that I edit, and anything over an hour, it takes 6 hours to render. Unfortunately, it's not the memory. Fortunately, excuse me, it's not the memory. What it is it's the board itself, it's the CPU and all that. It just can't handle that. So, I'm not sure if you can see it on camera or not. This is Adele. Adele. Not the singer, but Adele. And as you see here in a moment, I'll open this up. This is Adele Inspiron. I can't have a hard time saying that. It's not the Optiplex. All right. Here we go. And this is all the stuff that comes with it. Now, this is a brand new machine. I got this today. I ordered it from Best Buy. I ordered it 11 in the morning. By 1 o'clock this afternoon, I had it. So what you see here is all the stuff that comes in this box. So you have this, which is the keyboard, as you can see there. This is the accessories and stuff that's needed. Comes with an IEC cord. That is the technical name for this cord, is the IEC cord. Ooh, and a really, really nice mouse. All right. And this is the computer itself. So I'm going to have to turn the box this way here. Turn it up. Just give me a minute here. There we go. So I know that took a little bit longer than I would have liked, but there we go. So okay. So as you can see, this is the computer itself. It is very, very, very small. It is it's the slim form factor, such as desktops, the one that sit like this, and you have mid tower. This is the machines you see are called mid-tower, but this is part of the slim form factor. This is what you call compact, and it is very, very compact. So I'm going to turn it up and we're going to see what we have. So here's what we have. Not sure if you could see it on camera or not, but here, let me bring it closer here. You have your power button, you have your headphone jack, you have two USB 2.0, one USB 3.0, and a USB-C. This is running the Intel Core i3, and I'm going to show you at some point what is in it. And on the back here, you have the Ethernet port, two USB 2.0, two USB 3.0, a VGA, and an HDMI, and sound. So I do have an adapter for my monitor because my monitor is DVI. So I do have the stuff to fix that. I have an adapter, so it'll be no problem. Unless I use my previous graphics card, which I hope I don't have to use. What this is on the graphics is Intel HUD, which is the same graphics that is on my gaming machine. So I may put the bigger card in here. I don't know yet. I have to see how the computer reacts and all that. So I am now going to hook it up, and we are going to see how this functions. So I have this. I am going to use my existing one when I hook it up under my desk. And I could put a fan in there if I really wanted to. All right, but first I am going to plug this into my testing station's KVM switch. I'm doing it so that way everybody can see how the system works. We're going to do this. Get sound. So, and I don't need that. Okay. Sorry, I thought I needed something else. So, just give me a few moments and I will have it ready to go. All right. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. I have it all hooked up, just checking the connections, make sure everything's okay. I do have to plug it in. So I'm going to do that. Oh, there it goes, it's booting. Oh, no, it's not. It was... some computers have where the light will light up then go away. That means it's receiving power. So now, without further ado, in 3, 2, 1. There we go. And just so everybody knows, this is the same line as the Dell laptop that the family member gave me. This is the same line. It's not an Optiplex. I do like Optiplexes. The one reason, actually, there's a few reasons. One, I think they're a little bit better. Two, Konami uses them in their DDR cabinets. They use them in Beatmania cabinets. They use them in a variety of other games. But those particularly are set up to run Windows XP. This computer is obviously not set up to do that. So here's what I'm going to do. When I decommission my current daily use machine as a daily use machine, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take the Blu-ray drive out and I'm going to get an external case so I could still use it. But that'll come at a later date because I'm not doing anything with the Blu-rays. So, to get back to the video, as you see, this is just a moment. This computer runs Windows 11 Home Edition, not Professional. And you're asking yourself if Pro would be better. I like Pro, I prefer Pro. But here's what Microsoft did. You have the home for the home market when you go to Best Buy, Circuit City, which is no longer around, Staples, or anything like that. Home is for the home market, Pro is for the pro market, such as offices, enterprises, and stuff like that. That's how they did it. And I forgot to give it network. That was the one thing. All right, so give it network. It's probably what it's looking for. There. All right, so I just gave it network connectivity. I forgot to do that. And what's nice is how small this thing is. It'll fit right on my desktop. See, remember when I did the Windows 11 beta installation? You saw that, but you didn't see it when I did what they call a third-party installation. If you see that when you first buy a computer, you know it's OEM installation. All right, so United States, that's where I'm at. Here's what you could do is you could have multiple keyboard layouts. So if someone sends me a keyboard from overseas, here, test this out. It's a Dvorak keyboard. I can make it recognize it. But I'm going to do US since I'm in the US. I'm going to skip this. So I gave it network connectivity to check for the updates. Now, I'm not too keen on having a Windows 11 Home, but for what I paid for this machine, I got a good deal, which I'll go over in a little bit. All right, while that's doing that, let me show something here. Okay, so here's what this computer is. Is a Dell Inspiron, excuse me. Desktop Intel Core i3, 8 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte HDD, and the color of it is black. Now, when I went on BestBuy.com, there were ones with 12 gigabits of memory, and the i7. Here was the problem with that. Those were $900. Now, if I was going to buy one machine that does everything that I need, then that would be okay, but I didn't want to spend that kind of money. Plus, they had SSDs that were really, really small. So here's why I bought this one. This has 8 gigs of memory. Okay, cool. It came with a 1 terabyte hard drive, and it was $449.99. With tax and everything, it came out to $492.73. So I got this computer for less than $500. Now, as I've always said, when you buy a new computer, buy it with the more memory right up front, because memory can get expensive. Storage is cheap. Now, I would have gotten one with a SSD, but those were too expensive. This was a deal, and it was the last one that they had. So sometimes you can find really good deals, such as this one right here. Okay, so this is the license agreement. There we go. And I'm going to be a smart aleck. Yes, I'm being a smart aleck. Delicious, get it? Dell, delicious, computer, Dell, delicious. Add a little humor to your day. All right, there we go. So it restarted, which means it did whatever it needed to do. So this deal was too good to pass up, because it came with everything that I needed at the price I wanted to pay. Now, the only bad thing is it uses a true desktop style power supply. So if it goes out, it's a little bit more money to buy one, but I could still fix it. Just a new power supply and we're good. So it's configuring itself right now. Excuse me. Yes, that's me. I was just in my pants there. All right, so once this gets going, I'm going to show you if the snipping tool works. Now, if this works, the snipping tool works on here, HP installations do have a problem with the snipping tool. That's what happens on my family member's computer. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get into the true Windows stuff here. So I don't like the Microsoft account. I don't need one. I don't want to do one. So I'm just going to click next. Back. It's not going to let me do it. All right. So just like in Windows 8, do that, and then you can get around it. See, there we go. So if you don't want to use a Microsoft account, when you're setting it up, disconnect it from your network, then set it up, and then plug it back in. All right, so we're going to do I'll do that later. No. 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 And no. No. So you're noticing extra things on here. This is an OEM computer. Install, Windows install. So you're going to have extra stuff than from when you do it third party. So what I mean by that is when you update a computer, let's say you have Windows 10. You bought it as Windows 10. Has the OEM install. When you update it to Windows 11, you're doing it what I like to call a third-party install because that company did not install it. Microsoft didn't install it, Dell didn't install it, so it's considered a third-party install. And as you can see, this is a little smoother than it was on the two testing stations down below. So then I'm going to go through the updates and we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure that out and all that. So then what I'm going to have to do with this machine is I'm going to have to transfer data to my external. And then what I'm going to do is transfer that to the new machine. So everything's going pretty smooth. And also, one reason I am replacing my daily use machine is I tried to use Zoom and I tried to use the backgrounds on it and it would not show up. So there's a couple reasons. One, video editing. It took too long to do the video editing, and for company reasons I got to do that. So Ooh, and you notice the background is a little different. This is the OEM background set up by Dell. Paint, Notepad, Movies, TV, Assist. So let me plug it back into the network here. That's why you got that globe going on there. There we go. So what you want to do, first thing, click Start. Go to Settings. There we go. Check for updates. What I am going to do now, go into here, go to PC, show more options, and we're going to go to Properties. Right, so I gave the device name Delicious. It's an Intel R, tells you what this 370 gigahertz, which is pretty good. There are ones that are a little bit better, but this is pretty good. 8 gigs, 64-bit operating system. Windows 11 only comes with 64-bit, which I said before. 2.H2, installed on 123.22. What they do with this is it doesn't have an installation date until you see that screen that has all those circles, those blue circles. That is considered a completed install. So this could be sitting on the computer for months, but until it does that, it says almost there, it's not a complete install. So everything is where I need it to be. Okay, if I go back, we're going to check for updates again. And these are all the updates that this computer currently needs. Download now. Whoops. So it should be downloading. There we go. So it's going to do them in order here. As you can see, it's doing it way faster than the two testing machines. Now, hopefully, there's enough. I gotta check and see if there's enough room in there to install my 3 terabyte hard drive. I have a 3 terabyte which contains my finished YouTube videos. Oh, updated the graphics driver there. There we go. That's normal. For that to happen. And if you go back there, it'll be fine. There we go. See? Fine. And also what I like about this is it comes with a DVD drive. And before anybody says it, yes, I know a lot of modern day computers do not come with an optical drive is what they call it. Because everybody goes through thumb drives and stuff like that. For me, this is where I'm a bit old school because when I was growing up and all that, you didn't have like the thumb drives and all that. You had CDs, you had DVDs, and you would burn the software to that and carry it over. I do like the new way they do it, but for me, I like to have a physical DVD drive. But yes, I like doing it the other way too. I just like having that because somebody may hand me a piece of software and go, here, test this out. Then I have the capability of testing it out for them too. All right, so here's what I could do now. Do restart now. So you're going to get the same restarting style stuff. This says it on the testing machines, and it's saying that on here as well. So then what will happen is it'll reboot, do what it needs to do. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to check to make sure it's not in S mode. What S mode is stands for secure mode. And it does not let you run third-party apps. So you have to physically turn it off. If you buy an HP, I know the laptops do this. You will have to do that. You would have to log into your Microsoft email, then do the certain thing that will let you turn it off. And yes, it can get quite annoying. Alright, so the computer is now rebooted and it installed what it needed to install, but there were a few other make it bigger. See? Now what's happening is it saves the state. So those were done. Windows 11 will install that. And then if it's a percentage, what it does is it will pause it until until it comes back up and you select it and then it keeps going. Okay, so if we go to system to go to activation, I can upgrade to the version of Windows 2 Pro. Which requires a product key change. Go to activation state with the digital license. So this computer is not in S mode, which I do not like S mode because it secures, it's almost to where you almost can't use your computer. So this is setting up a new computer here. Oops. Go to apps. You know, it's all the same. So there you have it. This is how you set up a brand new computer. So anyway, with that said, before I say that, it's checking again. There we go. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.